from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 530, we'll say, for tonight. I want to welcome real quick as we start the AEW discussion group. Patrons on there. We're streaming live on Facebook to that group. If you want to join that group, all you got to do is send the admins a request. They will get you in that. They discuss live all of the events, and we're happy to be streaming on their platform. Before I get to anything else, though, I want to bring in my co-host across the table from me, the one that doesn't ire me lately, surprisingly, is Rody Rob. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, I was just marveling at how fast you did that intro, so anybody be like, what did you just say?
No, I thought it was good.
Was it great?
I thought it was good. I could hear it from where I am.
Okay, so you are iring me, and that's the other guy now that's back on my team. What's up, Brian?
Yeah, hey, man. I'm coming from my bunker again, so it's nice. You know, it's quiet. It's cold, dry. It's wet, but, you know, I'm doing all right.
And our fourth member is not allowed on camera, but one of the board members on the YouTube live chat board just brought him up. He says, #fire Greg. Greg is not ready for the air, so you don't have to worry about him being on here.
He's a lost
he's
cause.
awful.
If it wasn't for the monthly subscription fee that he pays us.
He paid us $800. He's paying us three easy payments of $800.
He pays the rent for the Marked Out Dojo.
He's here as long as contract lasts. I mean, he's horrible.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So on the board, filling in for Hall of Famer Stike is his wife, Carmen. Best wishes out to Stike. He's dealing with some pneumonia, apparently.
Oh.
Sklenner, Jay, Bang, they're all here. Formerly Bang Bus. I guess we still call him Bus or Bang Bus?
I like Bus. Call him Bus.
Bus.
Okay. You forgot to say
the Bang.
Oh, did you say about MJ?
And no, I didn't get there, but good segue.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The host that is allowed to join us later, MJ, one of the admins for the AEW discussion group, he's going to be joining us doing some dirt sheets later on. So,
yay!
Hooray!
If you're new to us, we're going to go back to our normal format of Wednesday nights, which is Who Won Wednesday. We're going to do side-by-side NXT versus AEW segment by segment and kind of just discuss who we think won. There's three of us, so it works out that we normally don't have to worry about breaking a tie.
Yeah.
It automatically breaks.
Yeah.
So
because Brian's an AEW mark, he's a bias.
Excuse me, what?
The biased one. Yeah, you're biased.
I wouldn't say I'm
and
a
I am
mark.
more open-minded to both brands.
Open-minded.
I
yeah,
am.
Okay, bullshit.
I love both
I can
brands.
smell your bullshit from my bunker.
It's not bullshit.
Okay.
It's true.
Berto's joining us late on Twitch. He says, best night of wrestling. That is Wednesdays. Usually the fans win, but we like to dissect it, get a little petty, and pick our moments. You guys ready?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We started off with what I feel is a good discussion. We got Butcher and Blade and FTR debuting on, well, not Butcher and Blade, but FTR's debut on AEW. And then on the other side, we have a mixed tag match, which was anything but a mixed tag match the way they are on the main roster.
Right.
So I want to start with the NXT side.
Okay.
Of course you do.
I do.
Of course you do.
Because this one, I love the FTR, but this one is, I feel, a bigger discussion.
Yeah.
Because of what occurred. You have married couple against married couple, Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, and Keith Lee and Mia Yim.
Are they married?
The new Johnny and Ken. Yeah, they're married.
Yeah, both couples are absolutely married.
They're totally married.
All right, I'm watching you.
Oh my! How can you watch me in your bunker?
On camera, I have fucking like several TVs.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, he's got like 7 monitors.
It's horrible.
He's
like-
ready for the
It's
apocalypse.
like Dennis Hopper in Speed.
I hope you never come out.
All right.
So we get our normal start like a main roster would, where the guys aren't fighting the girls and the girls aren't fighting the guys. They've been teasing it with them throughout the entire Keith Lee and Gargano feud. So this is important here because now they cross the line. At one time, we have Candice and Johnny going against Keith Lee, and Candice is clearly striking Keith. And then Mia recovers to make the save and clearly took out Johnny. So a lot of exchanges beyond that. And Brian, I know your bingo hall, you've seen Johnny and Candice do this a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
bingo hall. Okay.
But
how
this
about,
is new to Mia and Keith, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But stop. Bingo hall? Okay. I actually saw Johnny Gargano versus
As long as you say that there's
Candice
7
LeRae.
people and the
Okay.
crowd of Full Sail, I'm always going to call it bingo halls just to get back at you.
Battle of Los Angeles, Day 3. I saw them go one-on-one against each other. That was
Oh,
phenomenal.
I thought he would have some analysis. Rob, do you want to chime in instead?
No, I was just I was marveling in how I was marveling at how we've kind of always given Mia Yim a little shit, for her in-ring ability.
We have given her hell.
We have. Tonight, I thought it maybe because she was going, she was doing belly to backs with fucking Johnny. I mean, that was fun. But tonight was fun. She was better in the ring, and I guess it's all who you wrestle.
Yeah.
Right? It's all who you wrestle. You can't have a good match with Charlotte, right?
And that's true.
Stop.
Her last match really before this feud was with Charlotte, and Charlotte no-sold the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rob's
not being petty in that comment.
Yeah. So it was a fun match, and it kind of, I think it ends the Johnny and Keith Lee thing for me, and puts the focus on the women to finish up a little rivalry there, and then Keith can move on to better things. Or was that a huge foreshadow?
I don't know, because Keith won on Sundays in your house.
Yeah.
And now here's Johnny getting the roll-up pin on Keith here.
So rubber match.
And Keith, earlier that night, you kind of popped, Rob, when Keith was having a little exchange right before this with Adam Cole asking about what's next.
That's my point. Yeah.
I was kind of shocked that he went right back to Johnny.
Is it the long game, though? Like, are they putting Keith are they just kind of putting the worm in the water, and they're going to have Adam mess around with Cross? We'll get there, I guess. But you know what I'm saying?
Maybe just to tease us marks.
Maybe. That's cool.
Real quick on the board, let's see what's going on. Y2K Part 2 for Brian.
Yeah.
For Brian.
Yeah.
Candace has had plenty of intergender match. All are great, is what Carmen's saying. And it's true.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a couple. I see her and Johnny had a match.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
At PWG.
The one thing I will.
good.
Well, that's what I was just saying. That's motherfucker. That's what I just said.
Oh.
But the one thing though, you said exchanges, but this was all one-sided. It was just the women using offensive moves onto the men.
Yeah,
no,
they really.
I mean, at the end, Keith kind of hurt Candace. That led to the roll-up.
Did he though? No, he just kind of rolled her off.
Yeah,
that was unintentional, and that's nothing new to WWE. They have not gone the full-fledged. The guys are going to body slam the women.
Like
yet.
watch Lucha Underground. That's full throttle intergender wrestling.
Okay, yeah. I
this
mean,
is still good.
I mean, there was no
good.
receipt from Gargano on Mia, so I see where you're going.
But it was still cool that they're doing that. I mean, they wouldn't have done that a fucking years ago, right? I mean, this is relatively
but do you
new.
think that this means anything beyond this feud? Do you think that this means that we'll see this type of exchange more on NXT or even trickle over into the main roster? Married couples everywhere. I mean, let's just, Rob, before I kick it to you, I'd love to see a real match, a real intergender match like this with Bianca and Tez. That would be great to see them mix it up with Candice and Johnny, right?
I actually saw them. I saw Montez and Bianca have a match together at High Spot's training facility one time. And they were really excited because the WWE at the PC, they don't let the women and the men train together. They separate them. So it was actually a really good fucking match, too. I wish I had a recording of that. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Now, Carmen's bringing it up here. We're going to get to the details, but probably only for voting purposes later. But Finn Balor at the end of his match said he's also wanting the North American title.
Yeah.
So maybe you're right, Rob. Maybe this is Candice and Mia are taking the baton, and this was the blow-off.
Could be. Yeah. I don't have anything to add to that, but yes.
Yeah.
Could be.
Brian, we're going to check in with the board. Anything on Facebook before I move over?
Not right now.
Bang Bus says, I hope this feud carries over to Total Divas. No. Don't ruin it like that.
Don't
no,
do
what
that.
about what was the whole thing they were doing with the mixed tag, the Facebook bullshit? Right? Remember that? WWE did it. They had the mixed tag team challenge or whatever.
I think that's in the bank, like gone. We're not going to do
that's
that
done,
again.
right? Yeah. I hope so.
So let's go to the AEW side. And then, again, if you're new here, we're going to vote on which one's better. Butcher and the Blade, we get FTR's debut. I just want to let everyone know out there, Brian is the host of the All Elite Hour, and he got really upset of the thought of FTR arriving in the truck every time for their entrance. First off, if it's just Daly's place, that's cool.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you get so mad about that?
I don't know. It's a little cheesy, but you made a good point. I don't think they're going to do it every fucking week when they start
Rob
touring.
also made the point, who cares if they do?
Yeah. Is it that big? I mean, Moxley walks through the crowd like a reject from the Shield.
He walks through the parking lot now.
Well, Edge does it. He was cool. Well, he used to.
Okay.
Brood,
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on.
We got you.
Anyway.
Butcher and Blade are going to be the debut opponent here for FTR. I think it's a good spot for everybody here. Butcher and Blade got a lot of shine, but let's be honest, the false finishes weren't that believable. I mean, I didn't think FTR was losing here.
No, I don't think anyone thought they were losing, but the thing that I loved about it was FTR, they were doing every single kind of tag team trick in the book, like distractions and But I mean, kudos to Butcher and Blade too, because they were doing stuff too. Like I love how they just do all these like little detailed things with tag team wrestling. Like a lot of the times when they'll go attack the guy that's the partner that's on the apron. I don't know, just they take tag team wrestling. It's much different watching that versus, on WWE or even NXT really.
Carmen, I like you. She says it just ain't the same without Bunny. It's not.
No,
it's really not.
Yeah, it's a good
really.
point.
Although I will say, I mean, let's look past the part that the Butcher was completely drunk, right?
Oh my God, he's
Blown up.
Oh my God,
Blown up, drunk,
I
something.
hate
Right.
I hate
No,
that you
look,
say that.
I give a lot of shit to AEW about their tag division, about how they pumped it up to be something so great, and it's going to be the revolution of tag team wrestling, and it's really just been Cirque du Soleil, right? In my opinion, and I really enjoyed this match because it was a throwback to good, aggressive tag team wrestling. I enjoyed every moment of this match. I could watch it if they did that match every other week. I could watch it, no problem, no problem at all.
DP is saying that FTR is on a handshake deal right now, no contract. You're our expert over there.
Yeah, that true?
I don't know. I'm asking you. You're in the bunker. You don't
Seem
have
a
one
little-
screen open with
Well,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
Seemed a little
that-
risky to push somebody this hard without a
Right,
deal.
I don't know about that. I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, I
will
check
say.
the tape. And then nope. Paragon says that's true.
Oh yeah,
no.
that's MJ.
I know.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just introing.
Yeah.
And Indy Taker says coming out of a car is cool. Brian sounds like Ole Anderson.
Oh,
Yeah, he's definitely the weakest horseman.
No, Ole Anderson. He was a motherfucker. I take that as a compliment.
He was
Thank
a
you.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Well, then Steve's our Ole.
Ole was a bad.
He was the first to exit.
No, Steve's like
No.
Ricky. He's our Ricky Morton.
Oh, he's our Ricky Morton.
Who's
Yeah.
Mongo? You're Mongo.
Yeah, Adam.
What
you're
will Mongo do next?
You.
That's your favorite Twitter
No.
page. It's a great
Yeah.
page.
No, I think that would be Medine, just because we never knew where he was going next. Anyway,
Yeah.
So the fallout after the match, and we're not going to dissect every blow by blow, but FTR winning, they did. Tony comes out, and so do the Bucks, and the Bucks intro themselves, Rob, and was FTR working as the face because Bucks felt a little heelish here. They said,
Well,
we carried tag team wrestling on our back for a decade. We're the best in AEW, and nice to meet you. Very smugly.
that's why I don't get the Elite, the faction of the Elite. I just don't get it. I mean, Hangman is, heel, right?
What?
Would you consider Hangman a heel?
I think
No.
he's
Are you out of your
anti.
mind?
I think he's anti-face or something like he's
Not heel.
in
Okay.
one of those weird like Stone Cold
I mean,
quadrants.
Kenny Omega is definitely a face.
Yes.
Yes.
100.
100.
Right.
He's too goofy
Yeah.
not to.
Come
be.
on.
Cody's an emotional wreck. He's
No,
he's
what?
bipolar.
No.
Doesn't know where he's going to go.
Shut up.
And then you get the Bucks, and
He is making a good point. They are all now being tweeners with the Bucks doing this tonight.
I think you have a point with the Bucks, but to me that wasn't them being heelish. That was them like kind of
aggressive.
big swinging dicks. Like
Yeah.
this is our yard. This is our territory.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We're
We're
the-
the fucking big dogs here.
We've been
I'm using a lot of Roman Reigns references. I don't know why.
We've been carrying tag team wrestling for 15 years. They said that.
Yes, actually for 10.
for a decade.
For a decade.
They said for over a decade.
No, they said they worded it weird.
It was something.
A
weird.
decade and a half.
Yeah.
That's what he
15
said.
years.
No, I know.
Yeah.
A baker's dozen
That's
plus
fucking
three.
math. Wow.
No, a baker's
Brian,
dozen
get
plus
out
two.
your abacus.
Horrible.
Start
I
counting.
don't have one down here, man. I didn't bring it.
I hate you.
I don't need one.
All right. So what happens during this exchange is it's ended because Butcher and Blade have recovered and they come into the ring. Kip Sabian and Havoc. What's their name again?
Penelope.
Superbad Death Squad.
Super bad Death Squad. Yep.
Okay, so Superbad Death Squad comes out, and then Omega and Page come out, and we basically have the end of the match. The beginning match is going to be brawl with a bunch of people, and so is the end of the show. But that's just me being petty for a moment. Let's get to the voting.
Yes.
FTR Butcher and the Blade, Brian. I'll let you kick it off, or intergender tag match.
As good as the intergender tag match was, I gotta give it to FTR. Their debut match against my fucking boys, Butcher and the Blade. Although Bunny wasn't there, I know. Still, and AEW is gonna get the nod for me, of course.
Okay.
Of course. I did appreciate NXT though. I did. Why? I can hear you from down here. I can hear those.
Will I
sound
end
effects.
up needing to break the tie, Rhodey?
No, I'm gonna go. I'm in complete agreement with Bunker Boy here. where I thought that the mixed tag match on NXT was interesting and kept me interested, which I guess is why it'd be called interesting. Fun match. Definitely had consequence. We always say consequence is a huge part of everything that we watch, right? Everything we rate.
Yep.
But the wrestling match, the wrestling with FTR was just that good.
Absolutely.
It was that good.
My only concession when you talk about consequences, if we knew the consequence of the intergender match, like leading to a lot more of this type of thing,
Yeah.
then I could see that far reaching. Without it, FTR's debut and everything that happened as a result, it's got the nod. So we're all in agreement there. Let's move on to the next one. We got promo versus promo. We have Grimes backstage talking shit, and Damian Priest comes out, punches him. He's got a broken jaw, is what he's telling Drake and Regal. No, you're still fighting Finn. I pretty much covered the whole thing there, except for Grimes for flirting with girls and throwing a tantrum.
That one was hot.
Right.
I just want to put that out there.
Speaking of hot, on the other side, AEW's got Bunny being distracted by QT and Dustin telling him we have a huge opportunity next week at the tag titles.
Bunny
is not allowed to come ringside. Yeah, remember, Bunny is, even though she's married to the Blade, Brian,
Yep.
she's
they're trying to pull a
she's
fast one on
courting.
us.
Is courting
I really
a
don't
way to
understand
say what she's doing to QT?
That's what it
Whoring.
seems like. No,
Courting.
courting, Robert.
Whoring.
No, this is 2020, okay? She's going after him, and you know what? I mean, it seems like
She's
he's
making a
smitten.
cuckold
She's
of the
smitten.
Blade. She's
Well,
trying to make a cuckold of the
you
Blade.
take the word whoring as derogatory.
Uh-huh.
In my world, whoring is a term of endearment.
What kind of world are you from?
I mean, I've spent
He's from the horror world.
I've spent most of my life whoring, so
Excuse me?
I don't hate.
Well, I'm glad I'm in my bunker right now.
I wouldn't whore you.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
I don't know
participate.
why. I don't know why it's getting quiet right now. Can we go talk about something?
So anyway, this is a weird one. I mean, this is just a simple here toss-up, guys. We don't need to talk about this one too long. The Dustin QT Bunny or Grimes and Priest. I gotta say, I like punishment, but I'm not a big fan of Grimes. So I'm gonna go AEW to start this one.
His name is Damien.
I'm gonna go AEW.
Martinez,
just 'cause
motherfucker.
Seeing Dustin get all like aggressive gold dust was fun there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
I need you on my side.
felt like he was when he pumped up Booker with those pep talks.
Right.
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm getting. Ooh.
Sorry.
That's okay. I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
AEW for me. Of course. I mean, come on. I don't even know why you guys even fucking ask me at this point.
And from a quick consequence standpoint, the QT Dustin Bunny thing could evolve to a match or feud with Butcher and Blade, or it could break up QT and Dustin and lead to Dustin teaming with Sunny Kiss when Joey's done with her. Next, this is a weird one because I NXT.
Didn't you say it about the last one?
What?
Yeah, but that was promo versus promo. This is match versus match.
So
and the reason
two weird ones in a row.
Yeah,
I
he's
say
cutting it up.
weird one here because as I tell you about the NXT one, I'm also going to be done talking about it.
Oh.
Because the Inder Shear with Malcolm Bivens come out and destroy two dudes.
What were their names?
Exactly. I don't know. Check the tape, man. That's what their names were. I could probably call around to some hospitals and find out
Maybe.
if this weren't taped.
I'm just kind of. This is one of the things NXT does that I don't know if we had the Ely brothers, two big guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had AOP, two
Guys.
big guys,
Twins.
and now we got what Indu Shear. Is that how you say
I
it?
think it's Inder Shear. I'm reading it phonetically.
I don't
if
know.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know the dynamics here. They haven't really done anything other than the couple matches. You know,
They've been gone since like a month or
Yeah,
so since their debut.
So it's great if they build them up. That's great. They definitely need tag teams
They do.
in NXT. So let me stop hating.
Yeah.
Because they definitely need tag teams in NXT. Do I think they're bringing them in the right way? I mean, it's kind of par for the course for them to come in and squash some people.
Well, you say
Right.
keep it simple, Rob. They're keeping it simple. Big guys come in and squash.
Okay.
They did look impressive, like the fucking big boots that they did right in the beginning. I mean, it looked like you
No,
took the guy's head off.
they
Like,
don't suck.
Yeah.
the one thing I will say that I have a problem with is Malcolm Bivens, and I love him, but the whole fact that how they like, I think when was it on Raw?
Yeah.
How he was wearing like a fucking Glorious T-shirt just because he was one of the extras. See, that's the difference between them and AEW, where AEW you have.
Well,
the
I mean, that was
the
their
guys-
response to them being critical that there was just PC people out
Fine,
there.
but they're still taking away their gimmick. In AEW, they're still being their gimmick, even though they're in the audience.
We've covered
I know-
that.
I know.
I would have had
I
them.
agreed with you then. I agree with you now.
Yeah.
I would have had them fight like Lorcan and Birch. They lost their shot at the tag team titles last week, so they still got some. They're still
bottom them fellas out.
they still got some heat. Yeah, and then put them in there and let them get beat by the fucking big guys. It doesn't put them in title contention, but it shows that they're serious. And okay, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to
don't wanna-
cut you off. I was
No,
surprised
no.
that convo went that long.
I
Just-
didn't stop with you. I didn't have anything else to say. That was
Yeah.
good.
On the other side, we got Brian's favorite Penelope, and she's teaming with Nyla to take on Cheetah and the Alien, Chris Statlander. Let's just cut to the chase. Good match. The women's division continues to get better.
Continues.
I hate forced tag matches to showcase the women, but it was okay here because I think maybe Chris Statlander and Nyla are going to program out of this, and we have Penelope Ford getting the pin on Sheeta. Yes, it was by crook, but she still got it. She got the win in the end.
I like by crook, but it was a fun crook,
Right.
right?
So was the cameraman at the end.
I mean,
good shot of the
Nyla
pin.
Rose throwing the belt over and her hitting. I mean, it was very Eddie-esque.
Eddie-esque? You think
Eddie-esque.
so?
Eddie-esque.
I do like that they're pushing Penelope, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. But that's my question, though. Did they
Well,
say
they do a good job on AEW of rotating their roster to give other people opportunities.
right? But this wasn't a number one contendership or anything,
No,
right?
it was
'Cause
a
Sheeta
tag
was in the
match.
match. Yeah.
Right.
It's just assumed you pin the champion, Brian. You're
Right.
at least programmed with her
Sure.
for a minute,
Oh yeah. No.
maybe
I
a
get
week.
that.
Maybe
Right.
she fights her next week, and that's the end of it.
They've
Sheeta
been pushing her.
defends.
Certainly.
What's the board say, Adam?
Yeah.
Let's see. Ito Sheriff, I could wrestle back in time. That's Daniel Price. He's renaming the faction on NXT.
Right.
Let's see. Didn't know QT was only 34. Bang says, okay. They're setting up Oni and Birch versus Imperium, Rob. That's what they're doing, according to Bang Bus.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
And Stykes, it's Carmen here. I hate to say, but I don't like seeing the champion take the pinfall. I think it's okay. In a non-title match, that's how you,
And she got hit.
legitimize your contender.
She got
And
hit
it
by a
was
belt.
cheap.
Right.
Yeah,
What you
right.
want, Carmen? Come
total,
on, man.
Total cheap shot. I mean,
Stike would have never said that.
Yeah.
you protected Sheeta in that pin.
Right.
You
And
did.
it was a good match. It was a good match.
Yeah, I had.
Um,
Good ending.
So, Rob, I'll let you kick this one
I will.
off voting-wise.
Kick it.
Okay.
Penelope and Nyla
Versus
getting the
Jungle Book?
victory against Indus Shear or I Do Share.
I'm gonna go with the.
As DP said.
I got to give the point again. I'm on a streak tonight with AEW. I'm going to AEW. And look, these are not like these three picks I've had for AEW are not like fucking definitely AEW. I mean everything's been except for this last one has been fairly close in in entertainment.
Everything we did 3 things and 2 of them weren't.
Hey,
weren't
2 out of
full
3.
segments.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, bro.
Yeah.
2 out of 3.
Ryan, you need to vote. All right, and I'm going to also go with AEW, so that makes
Yeah.
it a clean sweep. They're up 3-0.
Yeah. See?
Maybe that's why we're broadcasting on the AEW discussion group, not the NXT.
Well, you know
page.
what? It's NXT's fucking fault. All right.
Fucking fault.
Well, I mean, NXT
No,
has
this
gutted
was a-
their
it-
talent.
It was a good show.
Yeah,
It
it
was a good
was. I think we got some contention here from NXT, so I'm going to start with AEW this time. It's Vignette against Vignette. We got Darby Allin mixing it up with Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Falling off a ladder a whole lot. He's not medically cleared to wrestle, but he can fall off a ladder at least a dozen times. I
Kayfabe,
think.
brother. Come on.
Yeah, kayfabe.
Let it breathe.
What? No, he's not allowed
Those are bad bumps. There's no kayfabe in that.
I'm
It's
talking about him not
gravity.
being medically cleared.
Oh, okay, but
Has
still.
he wrestled? He hasn't wrestled since.
But
So-
still, he's taking a lot of bumps and then finally lands it at the end.
Yeah.
It's good seeing Tony Hawk here. That's cool.
You think they're going to the well too much as far as trying to mix in like
No.
celebrity and
What is it? Was
Nah.
it was it Police
I don't either.
Academy?
Yeah, I
was
like
it
it.
4? Was it Police Academy 4 he was in?
who? Tony Hawk?
Yeah.
What?
I think it was Police Academy 4.
Yeah, Citizens on Patrol. He helped.
No, he wasn't on- he was on-
Tony Hawk?
You're thinking Gleaming the Cube.
No, he was on. He was
the pizza delivery driver on Gleaming the Cube.
dude. He was in fucking Police Academy. But
Tony Hawk.
It was like part 5 or something.
5 was in Miami.
Okay, then
You're probably
Citizens
talking
on Patrol was
No.
part 4.
It's
9 doesn't count.
No,
What
either.
a tangent
it's
from
the
wrestling.
it's the
That's
one
all
where old boy came back, the lieutenant. Not Bowser, but the other one.
Lassard?
Lassard is the one that Lassard came back in.
That's Commandant Lassard.
I don't.
No, no, I'm talking about.
You're talking about not
Not.
G.W. Bailey's the actor's
right,
name.
G.W. Bailey. Right, it's the one he
I
came
can't believe-
back.
His Proctor was his sidekick.
Proctor was a sidekick. Well, Proctor was everybody's sidekick. But
What
yeah,
the fuck was his? Whatever.
I
yeah.
don't know.
Somebody help us. Next, we got, like I said, the Darby vignette. But on the NXT side, we have a Breezango vignette. And I want to real quickly just sum up some of the points, though. They're the new number 1 contenders. They said they're going to leave the entertainment at the ropes. They got a little silly and caught up in entertaining.
While
Yeah,
they're
I was just
entertaining.
thinking that.
Right. But they were still themselves. So maybe if they do the gimmick where they leave it at the ropes, I think this is a really good thing.
Harris.
Harris.
Yeah. Thank you,
And Tyler Breeze is 32, not 27, as Dongo found out.
Yeah.
But they said they kind of lost their focus on SmackDown, and now they're back.
Well, they're back between the bells. I mean, what they said was, we're going to entertain the crowd till the first bell.
Remember when we were astronauts?
And then after
Yeah.
the second bell.
Doctors.
Doctors.
This segment, I don't know if Brian will get this. Hopefully DP and Rob will. Age appropriate, but it felt like a little bit like the Chris Farley show at the beginning. Remember when we dressed like
remember that one
construction workers?
time that you were in the Beatles?
Oh, with
Remember
That
when
was
we
cool.
were both
Paul,
astronauts?
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, it was with Paul McCartney.
See, I knew that.
That's right.
I almost said Paul Reiser. But
Yeah.
That's not right.
But it definitely wasn't any of the other ones. So.
No.
No.
Anyway,
No.
my vote very simply is Breezango here. I think NXT finally gets on the board. I really like the promo. I like that it took you through their journey, and now they're back to NXT. And here we go.
What's the one on the other side? What is it?
Darby.
Darby versus Breezango?
Oh, yeah.
As cool as seeing Tony Hawk and Darby was, it was very quick, and it didn't have much more substance than a couple, him busting his ass a few times.
Right.
So the other one had me laughing. So I got to go Breezango. I got to go NXT
Oh,
gets their first point of the night.
So I was right at the beginning. The first thing I said was the skaters helped Police Academy and Citizens on Patrol.
You're right.
Wait,
Part
so he
4.
was really in it?
Yeah, he was. It was him and fuck. I can't remember the other guy's name, but he was.
But he did almost a similar part, except he
Yeah.
was skating and not driving the truck.
at that
and,
time.
like, in Gleaming the Cube.
At that time, there were two dudes that were top of the fucking skate game.
Yeah.
It was him and I can't remember the other dude's name.
Christian Hosoi?
Was that Hosoya was in it with him? Yeah, that's right.
So there are Police Academy references and Dumb and Dumber references.
All righty.
Nobody made a Dumb and Dumber.
Yes, they did. Robert Stone, brother.
Okay,
1,000,000%.
next
You
up.
want me to vote? I vote with Rob.
Next up, Brian hit the segue, so I'm going to go right to it. Robert Stone and
No, I'm
Rhea.
not. No.
Robert Stone and Rhea backstage, little
what?
interviewing.
Robert Stone.
And on the other side, we have Britt Baker handling her unexpected challenges and obstacles.
I hate that I love Britt Baker now.
I mean, let's face it, Rhea, the promo was okay. Robert Stone being drunk, it was fun, but
Mhm.
Britt's was funner. Right?
Funner? More fun?
No, funner.
It was funner.
If she's going to do wordplay with role model all day, I'm going to say funner.
How's that a wordplay?
Not a real word.
It's more fun. Oh. So, yeah, so you're wrong. Is your phone updated yet?
I don't like Brian.
How much longer? Yeah, 2 hours? 3 hours? Adam got a new phone now. He's bumped
He's
out.
checking his phone.
Yeah, he looks like a crack
Dude,
addict.
it went
He
from
looks
3
like a-
hours to 11 hours.
Dude, the wheelchair, her pulling the fucking weight.
Yeah.
Her
No,
pulling
that
the
was
weight
a
with-
stretch band.
I don't care. I don't care. Her pulling the weight with the wheelchair fucking had me in stitches.
Yeah.
I know it's stupid. I know it is. And I'm sure once she gets in the ring again, I'm gonna be like, ugh.
Well, is now the time, Rob, to eat all the crow because we have shit on our podcast many times on Britt Baker.
I wish you'd rephrase that.
Yeah.
On our
we have
podcast,
shit on
we-
Britt Baker on our podcast a
Many-
lot.
Yes, we have.
Take 2. Use the second one.
Deservedly so.
Not me.
Deservedly so, but they shut up. Deservedly so, but they've given her something now that really works with her.
Yeah, she's not in the ring.
Oh, fuck you. No, but she had a
is that
point
too
though.
petty? Is that
Even
too
in her
petty?
promo, she was saying that she's like dealt with the most because she had a fucking broken, what was it? Her broken jaw.
Listen to
oh
my
God, Paul
voice.
Heyman.
Take it from the wise old Jew.
Anyway, Britt gets my vote.
I'm 5.
Because I'm also sad that Rhea's not called up and apparently staying on NXT.
All right.
You're upset with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm mixed.
Do you really want her up at the main roster right now?
That's true.
You don't. The women's division on the main roster is a fucking dumpster fire.
That's true.
Not because of lack of talent, because of just no direction.
Anyway,
None.
Britt wins for me. Brian?
Britt.
All right.
Entertaining promo.
Rob?
Oh yeah, no, it's NXT or AEW. Britt.
AEW's up 4-1.
Oh
so
boy.
it's starting to be a runaway. And speaking of runaways, Finn Balor beat Cameron Grimes.
Runaway train.
Grimes had no chance, and Finn wants to be next in line for the North American title. There.
Hey, is there
covered
anybody,
it.
is there anybody on Facebook? Are they talking at all, or are you looking?
Someone put a GIF. Someone put a GIF.
Was it a good one?
It was a good one. It was a home run. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I asked, "How do you think Dynamite was?" And responded with, "His name is Christian Vanagas. I'm probably butchering his last name. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you.
So Finn wins, as I said. Now we'll go to the AEW side.
Yeah.
We get Orange Cassidy, Chucky T, and Trent with no last name. They're going to take on the Inner Circle, which this time is Proud and Powerful and Hager. Jericho was his best on commentary during this match tonight.
He's getting better.
Well, in this one, he had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Trent lost his last name in a poker game.
Right.
I think he was also alluding a little bit to WWE always taking the last names.
Yes.
Anyway, they get beat up before the start. In the end, Chucky pushes Ortiz to take everyone out, and OC gets the surprise pin. But he's going to pay for that one. And it becomes 4-on-3. Jericho joins them, a bag of oranges, a baseball bat.
Bag of dicks.
OC
20
is
pounds. 20 pounds of oranges.
20 pounds of oranges.
20 pounds.
And yeah, your best friends just kind of, I don't know if you watched the background, they just kind of roll out the ring there.
I think no, they got beat up. They got decimated.
They got beat up, but they
Yeah.
didn't take the beat down. That
They got
Orange
beat up and then they
Cassidy
laid
did.
some heroin on the ground and like, go do something.
Well,
Or
I think it's just
as
assumed
Jericho
that
called
they
them, Blood Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, they had to.
disintegrated.
Yeah, they don't need to be there anymore, right? They don't need to be there.
They're incapacitated.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this leading to a Jericho Orange Cassidy thing?
Are you serious? Did you ask that with like
Right. Even
genuine?
I know that.
Yeah.
I kind of would want it. I mean, not a full feud.
No, nobody's arguing that point, but the fact that you asked it when it's the most obvious thing
Yeah.
on
Okay.
TV right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you fight the Inner Circle, you don't know who you might be one-on-one
No,
with. It
it's-
could have led to a Sammy Orange Cassidy.
no.
I think he's going against Jericho is what I was saying.
Yes, we're all saying that's
Yeah.
obvious.
Got that.
Why you
We're
keep
all on the
saying
same page.
that's what I'm
Um,
saying? Like you just invented that.
See what I have to put up with? Well, if you're on the podcast, you didn't see any of it, so never mind. Dakota Fanning. No. Dakota Kai. It was right below Finn, and I just read my notes wrong because I
Dakota
can't
Finning.
read. Dakota Kai is basically in a squash match against Casey Catanzaro. Not a squash match, but a jobber match for Casey here.
It wasn't a jobber match.
She was going to lose again. She didn't job out the
Okay,
way those
just
guys
because-
that Indus Shear beat up.
Just because you in your mind she was guaranteed to lose doesn't mean that it's automatically a jobber match. I mean,
Yeah.
she had offense in that match. There was moments. There was shine moments for her in that match.
It was still competitive.
They
I
were
am
very competitive.
I
in
am
that
right
match.
here with Daniel Price
In that
because he
match.
said, ironically, he's watching a Dakota Fanning movie right now. So maybe I was just channeling
Who is Dakota Fanning?
War of the Worlds. is
She
the
was
only
in
one I
Police
can
Academy
think of.
5. The
No.
search
With
for
Tony
more
Hawk?
air. What?
Anyway, in the end, Raquel and Dakota start beating up Casey. Caden Carter comes to the save, but it doesn't last long.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. On the other side, we got MJF. He interrupts Tony and Bill. I say Bill because that's what MJF called him, but that's Billy Gunn. Trying to do a little promo, and MJF just wants to know where's his title shot. Then he has to call Wardlow in because Billy gets aggressive, acts like he's going to attack him. I thought maybe this was going to lead Rob to a Wardlow Billy match, but it's an MJF Billy match. that we get next week?
Yeah, it's a little odd to me too. But I would think that if they're going to use Billy and Wardlow, that might be more of a pay-per-view type thing.
No, I don't
No?
think so. I think it was just kind of a quick build to put over Wardlow.
Could it be, though, we're a few weeks away from Fyter Fest? Could they add Billy Gunn against, or could they do the Gun Club against MJF and Wardlow? Maybe they do it that way.
Potentially.
I mean, I don't think Billy's coming back and doing full-time schedule, but
No, but what's MJF doing though? What's he going to be doing at Fyter
He's
Fest?
undefeated in the last year.
No, I know, but what about at Fyter Fest? Like, do we have any idea what?
Oh, shit, we never even voted.
Sonny Kiss.
Last one.
No, that's with Joey.
Best Friends beat Cameron Grimes, right? All that stuff. The
Best
Inner
Friends
Circle.
beat Cameron Grimes. Oh, you mean like in
Yeah.
vote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
5-1 AEW.
yeah.
Sorry.
Blood Orange Cassidy.
Keep going.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
MJF.
Right. Who is he facing at at Fyter Fest?
He doesn't have an opponent yet.
No, right?
He mentioned the ring for the first time in a while, not as
Well, he always
a
kisses
weapon.
it. He always
He always kisses it
Yeah.
in that, but he said, I won this as
the TNT ring or no, the
Right.
Dynamite ring.
Dynamite ring.
Is it the Dynamite ring?
Dynamite ring.
thought it was a diamond ring.
No, Dynamite.
It's Dynamite.
Dynamite.
I knew he was going to do that.
All right. All right.
All right.
The rumor is MJF will be challenging Moxley at All Out.
Too soon.
No, he's playing the angle right now.
Maybe if Mox loses the cage.
Okay, here's the question: is assuming that Mox and Cody both
Yeah.
keep their belts. Who gets MJF first? Where does MJF go? Is he going to go TNT Championship route first, or are they going to push him?
See, I think
Big
he should
title.
be the TNT because he's got that little bit built in with Cody. He'd be a good guy to take Cody down a notch, so they can long game Rob.
Right.
He would now be 2-0 against Cody. Beat him in 2 big matches.
So if he got it, would the weekly challenges go away? Because I can't imagine MJF as a heel champion with a television title, essentially, having matches every week.
Maybe a Regal type personality. Brian comes out
Yeah.
and says this is the way it's going to be.
Right. I was gonna say you could do a lot of things with that if MJF does take the belt off, but from what Cody said, it did sound like it's going to be defended every week. But
Well,
who knows?
how about throw this
Oh,
out? You want to talk about MJF being hated? What if week after week he gets himself disqualified?
Disqualified or avoids wrestling,
Yeah,
Or-
counted
a lot
out,
of it, right.
or-
like he could not see any match to finish.
Or he takes the belt from Cody,
Mhm.
and then Cody says, "Okay, you beat me, but guess what? I'm your boss." And he goes for the authority angle and just tortures him every week as the champion.
No, I don't think he's going to that card.
No? Make him defend it every week. Oh, you don't want to defend it? Oh, yeah, you are.
I don't know if he's going to go the boss role yet.
No.
I would rather have like a Regal, somebody
I don't like
outside
it. I
come
just
through.
I just thought of it.
Then why'd you
Right.
even suggest it?
Because it's a random thought.
All right,
Fuck.
MJF promo leading to a match next week or Dakota versus Casey?
No,
Not Fanning,
MJF.
Dakota Kai.
Yeah, MJF. That was
MJF.
great. That was a great promo.
All right, so we're up 6-1. 6-1
Fuck,
AEW.
really?
Yeah.
H. Murillo 95 says AEW continues
That's
to
Berto.
tease.
Yeah.
Is that Berto?
Yeah.
Berto
What's up,
can
Come on, jackass.
Berto says AEW continues to tease their big men fighting with no payoff still to this day of any of them. Hager, Luchasaurus, Billy Gunn, Wardlow. Great point.
That's an interesting.
Observation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
That's a
Berto.
great point.
All right,
I wonder why that is.
next up, Sammy returns to ring action. He's been on every week. But he's fighting Colt. And on the other side, we got El Hijo del Fantasma. That's, I'm just going to say Santos Escobar is who it turned out to be. In the end, I didn't know that this was a fake persona or whatever.
Yeah,
So good swerve there.
I figure when the mask comes off, it's somebody that I would go, whoa. But I was like, okay, who are you?
You missed the pop part.
Yeah.
Same with even Brian didn't realize it was Raul Mendoza
No.
and Joaquin Wilde.
DJZ. Yeah.
The guys who were kidnapped by masked men. This was a whole conquistador thing with just a little bit of more of a twist.
It was.
But I thought they forgot about it because they didn't go back to it for a while.
No, that's true. You're right. But it was weird because at the same exact time as that was going on, we were watching, what was it? We had the Dark Order and stuff going at
Same
And so
time.
that's what I was
Right.
saying. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so at the same time, he's right. Colt
very
is
confusing.
being helped up at the end of the Sammy match after losing by Dark Order. And Matt Hardy's coming out to have a pep talk with Sammy. So we get a couple builds here. It's very weird that Dark Order wants Colt in their club.
Yeah.
And Matt Hardy's trying to get Sammy to leave his group.
Mhm.
So they're kind of playing a weird dichotomy here. I thought it was all right. I like Hardy switching his characters, but it was weird him also coming out and the other guys as private parties escort later.
Hardy.
That was maybe
that
too
was
much
weird.
Hardy.
Private Hardy.
I don't know how I feel about him doing the split personality thing. The way he did it. I mean,
It's like the Mankind McFoley thing to a new level.
he didn't do that in Impact, right? That's not how he ran it.
I don't know if he did it right out in front of everyone, where he just kind of like spazzes out for a minute and then changes into something. I've never seen it before.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, he's going through his incarnations now like a
Yeah.
Rolodex.
I'm not saying that I don't like it. I'm just saying that I don't know if I don't like it.
The jury's still out with Rhodey.
Right.
So we've got a bunch of things being played out here. The big consequence I want to talk about is we got a champion on NXT side. Well, looks like a faction formed. And then on the AEW side, we have a potential Colt joining the Dark Order. I mean,
And
afterwards, he walked through those doors,
Yeah.
Rob.
And don't forget, Evil Uno's back.
Well,
We haven't seen him in weeks.
has it been that long?
It's been weeks.
Yeah, they're
like a
in
month.
they're
More than a month. More than a month.
Canadian, so
Yeah.
Oh,
sure with
so
all
they
the travel
got stuck.
issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't know they were Canadian.
Eh.
Who knew?
So I don't see any other. I don't see anything other than him just going with the Dark Order. I mean,
I
if
think
you
it
walked
could be a
in
good
there,
angle.
yeah, I'm saying, but that's fine. But I'm saying, but there's no chance of a swerve angle here because they didn't put enough into it for it to need to be a swerve. Not like Dana Bryan went with the Wyatts. There was backstory.
Or
there.
Randy went with the Wyatts.
nobody's
they did the Wyatts a lot.
Nobody's fucked over Colt here from Dark Order in the past.
No, but I like the fact that you could just change his name, and he's Colt Cabana.
Ooh.
And then you can sell merch that
Colt
way.
Cabana.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I like it.
Make the O like it normally would be for Colt Cabana, but bold the U
The
inside
U.
the O.
Right. I just think it could be a different. I mean, he hasn't really done any kind of like.
I wonder if I could get that
different
shirt at Marked
characters.
Out Gear, Rob.
I don't know if you can get
MarkedOutGear.com?
that, Yeah.
Yeah, you could go there and you could use a promo code marked out all one word. And you know what happens when you do that, Adam? It allows us to expand our podcast maybe to more platforms or help to build a bigger audience. So I don't know, if you want to buy a t-shirt or a baby onesie, marked out one word, 10% off your order. I mean, no brainer.
Help us
Support the
buy
greatest wrestling podcast ever.
Ever.
Yeah. Help us get a chair, another
Ever.
folding chair.
Yeah.
No, you chose the folding chair in your
you-
bunker because that's all you can get up and down the stairs with.
What about the board?
Check the tape.
Where's your chair?
Let's see.
Broke
Let's
it.
see. Matt Hardy's working under his multiple great gimmicks, whereas WWE is making Jeff Hardy look like a junkie. What a booking difference.
Oh, he is.
That's from Evan, and Indy says, yeah, but Jeff's a junkie. Is Santos related to Ring of Honor's Rush? They look like twins. Bang Bus is asking. I think only Brian might know that.
Okay.
Carmen says, if Matt keeps doing it, it's going to become oversaturated. So she's
I agree.
kind of saying the jury's still out, Rob. And Colt, Berto says, Colt joining, then All Out, he turns on Dark Order, sets up a tag match. Brody and Uno versus Colt, CM Punk. So Berto is enjoying some sort of hallucinogen or cocktail tonight to go with that one.
I'll have what he's having.
Exactly.
Cray,
Before we
cray.
get to the main event, I want to just really quickly throw in that Ciampa was walking to his car, said nothing, and Joey Janela is off the wagon.
Why? Don't do another story with him. Just
What?
let him go.
Who?
Joey
Let
Janela.
it go.
Come on.
I don't want to see him in a
Let
ring.
it go.
I don't want to see him in a ring.
What about in a backyard? Because he's doing a backyard
You
tournament.
know,
Well-
take him out, working the drive-through at Taco Bell.
No.
Down. I'm good with
He's
that.
doing a
He's okay
backyard.
with it.
He's doing a backyard show for Game Changer Wrestling, where they're doing it on a fucking trampoline. They're
You know,
doing like
now-
legit backyard wrestling.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I'm just saying.
You can't appreciate
I'm
that?
just saying that he looks like the guy in the sports bar that cleans the dishes in the back. The guy that comes out every once in a while to get some air and is like throwing the towel over his shoulder. That's what he looks like just scummy. I don't like him. I'm sorry.
Alrighty then.
I'm sorry.
That was hateful.
It's not hateful.
He does look like a bus
I'm sure he's a horrible person.
No.
Santos Escobar versus Sammy, Matt, Colt, and the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Do I even need to ask you guys who we vote for here?
No.
What was on the NXT side?
The NXT side was the formation of Santos Escobar's
doesn't matter
faction.
what was on there.
I mean, that is intriguing. I gotta say.
It is, but look at the layers of what I named over here. We got Dark Order getting a new member. We got
Right.
Matt Hardy possibly trying to maneuver a split from Sammy in the inner circle. Okay.
Bones.
Thanks, Rob.
You're welcome.
Ill time sign effect. Main event versus main event. Mark Quinn versus Cody. No last name needed. For the TNT Championship. Good spot for him tonight. Mark Quinn got to show off his skills. On the other side, Dexter Lumis is challenging Cole in a non-title match. So you got both shows have established guys, Cole and Cody, and then people they're wrestling that are basically going to lose, but are getting their spot here. They're in a main event push. They're in a main event moment, if you will. Lumis is protected. Roddy takes him out. So Cole beats him by hook or crook, protecting him a little bit. Mark Quinn doesn't really need protection. He's part of a tag team. This was a showcase match. He had the ankle injury before, so this is going to something. What?
You can't look at things and keep talking. I was telling you that your boyfriend's on the board. Sorry.
Who's
Who's
his
my
boyfriend?
boyfriend?
John Moxley?
You don't see him?
Oh, Hitman. Bomb Squad in the house.
Finally got his internet back up.
Hall of Famer. I
There
got
you
two
go.
squad members in the Hall of Fame.
Great. Yeah.
So Lumis and all of that fell out to what it was. Cody we knew was going to win, and that fell out into an all-out brawl, which Pettytown here.
Always.
AEW does too much at the end here. But at least we got a consequence this time that we don't have to wait on like Tyson and Jericho. We got Cody is going to fight Hager at Fyter Fest. Now, that is not till July 1st, the first night of it. So does Cody have to, one, defend both nights since he's always defending? And two, is he going to have to defend between now and then because we know he's going to win?
Well, it's a
like
week
the
apart.
Bianca Belair effect.
It's a week apart, so he can wrestle on both shows.
Right.
I'm saying that, but he also
He can do it if it's a day apart.
That's a future booking for a title that's supposed to be defended every week. Is that a booking fail because whoever he fights next week, which they teased tonight, saying that the championship was going to be defended next week.
Yeah.
Whoever he fights next week, Cody's winning, so that he can fight Hager at Fyter Fest. I mean, they'll try to go, oh yeah, well whoever he's fighting has got a shot to win.
Right.
But
No,
we
you're
know
right.
he's not going to lose.
No, you're right.
No, what? Look, so
It's what they did with Bianca Belair,
okay,
Rob.
all right. No, I just said two words into my sentence. So tonight, the match tonight with Mark Quinn. First off, I want to say I like him better as a singles wrestler than I do in tag team. Just personal opinion.
Easier to follow.
I knew he wasn't going to win tonight. Everyone knew he wasn't going to win tonight, but it was a really good match, and we got to see somebody wrestle in a different way than we've seen them before. So if that's the program here is to have matches like that we know somebody's not going to win, that's okay. You just can't do that forever, right? Eventually you have to transition it over. So give him a couple weeks where he takes somebody on, obvious wins, see something new. I'm down as long as it's not Joey Janela. I'm down.
Well, here's the cool thing though about the TNT belt too is that Cody said that it could be people that aren't signed to AEW that could challenge for it. So we could see people that are just
I mean, I'm
popular
hoping for Matt
independents.
Cardona to come over.
Even him, right? Even him.
Eventually, though, that belt's got to get a serious program to it.
What do you mean serious? This is a serious program.
how can you do
Oh, I see
this?
what
Is
you're
what
saying.
I'm saying about being a little petty tonight. How can you do a serious program? Because here it is, serious program, Cody and Hager.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen for a few weeks. It's going to happen at their next pay-per-view event, which is Fighter. I mean, even though it's not pay-per-view, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
First week
so,
of July, I think.
So next week, he's fighting. Doesn't matter, Joe Schmo.
What if he
obvious Cody's going to win?
What if he loses next week, the television title, and then him and Hagar's match is just going to be
Hagar the
Sorry.
horrible.
Him and Hagar's match is going to be just a grudge match, right? They set it up as a title thing, and then he loses it, but Hagar's like, I still want you.
I mean that I see where you're going, but I highly doubt that.
And then Cody can go after. I still want you, even though I don't have my title. I still want you.
I still
mother
want you,
effer."
motherfucker.
I still want you, even though you're penniless. So on the NXT side, after Loomis is runs off with Roddy, Velveteen runs off with it was Fish, Bobby Fish, Adam Cole standing in there by himself. I said this earlier in the night. I don't know if you guys remember. Check the tape when we were watching online. I said at the end, Dexter Lumis is just there because the new opponent for Adam Cole is who we're going to get revealed.
Keith Lee.
I hoped.
Oh, Cross.
Cross.
I hoped earlier in the night when they teased Keith Lee, but now we know. And we didn't even see him. We saw Scarlett.
But this doesn't mean...
She comes down with the hourglass.
This doesn't mean program.
Why?
Are you kidding me?
With Cole? Robert, what kind of drug
He gave him an
today?
hourglass. Time's up is his thing.
Yeah, the time is ticking. Time's up, how you want to put it. But that doesn't...
No, it's time's up. That's how he does
Time's up.
Oh, yeah. But it doesn't... Okay,
hourglass is the metaphor.
You could plant that seed right now. Cole could move on to something different, and they could end up after the fact.
Cross could be chasing him a little bit.
Maybe stalking him a little bit.
Sure.
Whatever, yeah.
I mean, they're both heels, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying, just because she put it down, that's not a guarantee. I mean, if they start the program, that's fine. I mean, cool. You're right. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's not a guarantee.
Okay, I thought you were saying that they weren't even going to be doing anything.
I'm just saying maybe not right now.
Gotcha.
I want to throw back to a comment a long time ago on the YouTube live chat board here. We had some petty talk about Brody Lee coming right in and going after the title. Here's Karrion Kross doing the exact same thing.
That's why I'm kind of hoping that it's going to be a space it out. They just plant that little nugget right now for the long game. Because, you bring him in and you shoot him right to the top. So fuck Keith Lee, right? Keith Lee's out.
I mean, he already...
Well, they were talking about Kross going straight to the main roster, so...
He already destroyed Ciampa, though. So, I mean, Ciampa was the fucking... Under Gargano, Ciampa was the guy in NXT. And what, he beat him in 7 minutes over the weekend? I'm
saying you turn the lights on and all your wrestlers scattered, right? So everybody scattered away, Velveteen scattered away, and Dexter Lumis is scattered away, and Keith Lee scattered away, and then you just insert Kross.
Well, Keith Lee wasn't out there, but yeah.
No, I'm not talking about in the Brawl. I'm talking about as far as story goes and who's elevating. Thank you. And
You're
then
welcome.
you just thrust Kross right up in there. I mean, it's horrible.
Well, they don't have rankings.
But again, now it's very similar. Cage is debuting and going right up for the big belt. What's wrong with Karrion Kross doing it? Both guys were even rumored to be being hunted at the same time by both companies.
Time out. There's a difference because Cage won a match where he's automatically given a number one contendership.
Wait.
He didn't just get it. He
but
won.
Like
he
you
won
said,
the
Ciampa's the
match.
guy. Karrion Kross came in and destroyed him in your house.
No, I know, and I agree. I don't think he should be getting a shot. I think it's silly in NXT. They just push the new guy and have him go against it. It doesn't make any sense.
This isn't like the old NXT. You got to understand that where you debut, you have to work your way through the roster and you graduate to the main roster. This is a different
because
NXT now.
It's a different brand. It's not a developmental.
Yeah, I mean they're not doing crazy call-ups like they would twice a year.
Yeah, it's a wrestling school.
Evan Wright saying NXT has done this shit forever. Nakamura instant title match, Bobby Roode instant title match, Drew McIntyre instant title match.
Again, these are big indie signings.
I disagree with that. Were they all instant titles?
They were a title shot.
Yeah, they didn't work their way up through the division like some of the other ones.
I thought
Alistair worked his way through the division. Velveteen has worked his way through.
Okay. I thought Bobby had did some shit before he got to the belt.
He did a one-off. He had a match. He had a takeover match, and then he was into the title picture.
And then Drew had a couple feuds before he got up in the belt.
Not really. He came back from Impact.
He did with Cassius
Impact or TNA.
He did. I know he did one with Cassius Ohno.
Same shit.
Yeah, everybody that was on that list came in and did a program with someone, and then went after the title.
Yeah, Berto's saying no. Nakamura, Roode, and McIntyre they all had programs before they came in.
Yes, they had one program.
Right.
Just like Karrion Kross has had one program with Ciampa.
Right, agreed. Okay, I think I'm going to look. I think Roode had more.
Maybe. I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Drew.
But I'm not willing to bet anything.
Drew didn't go right to the fucking title. No.
Who did he feud with?
I don't remember. I have to look that up. But he didn't go right to the fucking title.
Check the tape. All right.
Okay.
So we didn't cover that Mox, was talking outside and Cage and Taz attacked him. I didn't really have anything on NXT to offset it. So let's vote Cody versus Mark Quinn, and then Cole, Loomis, and all the fallout that led to Karrion Kross at the end.
I'm going to go AEW. I thought I enjoyed that match. All the shit that happened afterwards, I could have done without, but it's fine.
because of all the shit that happened afterwards on both matches is why I'm going to give the nod to NXT. I like Scarlett coming down with the hourglass. I like what it set up. Again, consequence. Here we have a new challenger where, unfortunately, Pettytown a little bit, but we got that brawl at the end that, we got a setup for Cody and Hager, but that just means that when the belt's defended the next couple weeks by Cody, it's not going to mean as much.
Yeah.
You know, just my point.
Hey, is your boy calling in?
Yeah, I can. I'll get him
Brian,
on deck.
you got to break the tie here. I got NXT. Rob's got AEW. It won't fucking matter overall because it's 7-1 AEW. But will NXT get a second shot?
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go with AEW. Although I like Cross's Cross and Scarlett's.
You like his wife?
I like their whole appearance. I like their whole the whole gimmick in NXT. They're not really changing it all that much from what they were doing outside of NXT, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, I still appreciated the fact that Mark Quinn had a main event match against Cody, which was an awesome match. And I'm going to have to go with AEW.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
Yes, Daniel Price, I did like the cat suit. She's got a Sable-like quality. Real quick, we now have to answer the question, who won Wednesday? Guess what? Not even close.
Yeah, by the count, AEW does.
But 8-1 is by the count. Is there any overall that NXT could somehow steal it, Rob?
I mean, no. I would just say it's 8-1, but it's a close 8-1.
There were some landslide ones, but yes, there was a lot that were tough. The bookends were very tough.
Sure.
I wonder what their actual ratings are going to become when they come in.
I am curious. I haven't seen him in a while.
We're going to get MJ on here in a second for Dirt Sheets. Let's do our awards real quick before he does. Marked Out and Pettytown. I'm going to kick it off with the Marked Out. Orange Cassidy getting the win on AEW's side for sure. That made me mark out. And the Breezango promo for NXT.
Okay.
Brody.
Real quick, 13200 joining us on Twitch. Wow, mother Jesus.
You can turn that down.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
13200. I remember who that is.
But he says, don't see how NXT management doesn't see this as big money. You have Adam Cole feud with Balor, and they drop the title. Then you have Cross and Balor for the title. Then the rematch have Demon versus Cross.
Demon.
I mean, if we talk about who deserves, Finn Balor jumping ahead of Karrion Kross makes sense.
You know what? I'm going to give you my Pettytown. Pettytown real quick is...
you didn't give me your Marked Out.
I'm giving it to you in a second. Is the ending of AEW, and my Marked Out is the fact that MJ is on the line to give us Dirt Sheet.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
And we're running behind, so I would vote to
blow
forego
through the board real quick. Jericho beating up Cassidy for Indy Taker. FTR debut for Evan. Commandant Lassard for DP.
Yes.
Lucha House Party 2.0 for Evan on NXT. Orange Cassidy for Carmen. And the potential of Shotzi and Tegan versus Sasha and Bailey next week because they're going to do the tag titles on NXT.
Can I share one from the bunker?
And Bang says seeing Stu and Grayson back.
Oh, Stu Grayson.
Stu Grayson.
That's one guy.
Evil
Uno and
he says
Stu.
seeing Grayson and Stu back.
Well, that's not. Stu Grayson.
Oh, okay. Well, last time they were on was Brody's debut.
Jericho mentioning Every Time I Die while the Butcher was in the ring. That made me fucking mark out a little bit.
That is true. He did mark out.
Okay. Are we? You want to just go to MJ? We're running behind.
Yeah, MJ
Sure.
Dirt Sheet. You're closing it down real quick. Tease for next week. Breezango's challenging the Emporium for the tag titles next week. Shotzi and Tegan, the winner from Backlash. Full card on the AEW side. Sex Gods versus Best Friends. MJF versus Billy. QT and Dustin going after the tag titles with Paige and Omega. Sabian and Havoc taking on the Bucks. And Cody versus someone.
All right, we want to welcome from the AEW discussion group on Facebook our good friend MJ. MJ with some Dirt Sheets tonight. What's up, man?
What's up, man? I can barely hear you guys.
Well,
that's
that's on you, bro, because you loud as fuck.
That's on me. That's on me.
That's on you, bro.
It's on me.
We can hear you.
bro.
Yeah, can you hear us good enough to hear the question?
I actually do have some dirt.
Go ahead, bro.
Let's hear him.
Dude, all right. Lewis Nichols, he interviewed Eric Rowan, and Eric actually expressed his interest in AEW.
Oh,
we talked about that before. Just
though
keep
he
him
says
away.
that, and I'm quoting him, Lee and I need to stay away from each other, but
Absolutely.
we keep on finding ourselves back to each other.
Huh.
Aw, that's sweet.
So is that you think he's foreshadowing? He's going to
No.
join the Dark Order?
I think if he ever goes to AEW, they're never gonna have a program or nothing.
Right. Interesting.
Okay.
Also, what happened recently is that Arn Anderson signed a multi-year deal with AEW, opposed to his 1-year deal.
Good for Arn. I know he's got his podcast. and
Is
stuff,
he
too.
producing? I mean, he's doing more than the talent role, right?
I
I would imagine. I mean, the guy's got
just know that
fucking.
people aren't showing up at his door when he's sleeping. I don't.
Yeah, that's right.
Carmen says there's rumors also of Rowan going to Impact. So
He actually expressed. He put Impact ROH in that interview. He put a lot. He says that he could even go overseas if he wanted to.
so he just wants a job.
Yeah,
He's got options. Got options.
he still got his 90 days. So,
That's got to be coming close to being up.
and the one that I actually want you guys' opinion on is the FTR on Jim's podcast. Would you guys like to see Jim in AEW?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Really?
It's a tough one.
I mean, if he's strictly talent and they do not go to him for any kind of producer role or writer role, or if it's just talent, I'm down. But if it goes
I
beyond
agree.
that, I don't know if I want to deal with that.
Well, my opinion was that why would you hire someone that totally downplays your product?
Right.
True. Right.
That
Well,
wouldn't
Unless
be
it's
very
a
good
work.
for the backstage.
But I mean-
Let's work in it.
didn't Taz? I mean, Taz on his podcast before he was hired to AEW. I'm pretty sure he was. I don't know how critical he was about AEW, but I mean, he talked about him a lot, and a lot of the times he wouldn't have he wouldn't be positive. Like sometimes he would say stuff that was.
Yeah, but Cornette's foul.
Yeah,
He's
I'm saying
foul
that-
with it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
You're
the
right.
way he words stuff just makes you.
Motherfucker.
Right.
And I don't understand.
Cheese.
He didn't have to leave NWA, so I don't understand why.
I thought they fired him.
I know. They actually gave him the option to stay.
They-
So,
this would be like telling everybody not to watch Mankind winning the title. I mean, if you brought Cornette out there in the current climate, I think that's a terrible idea.
Well, Cornette's not racist.
and honestly, him
No, but
saying that
just
he'd
the
only watch
character
FTR
and-
matches,
Yeah,
Yeah. Is that what he said?
yeah, that's goofy.
I don't know.
Uh,
I know he's not, but like I don't know. I don't think the character would play well right now. My point. Rob.
A loud, obnoxious old guy with a tennis racket.
Well, there's no
I don't know.
crowd. It's just the fucking. It's the boys.
I don't think
and the
I don't
girls.
think Jim Cornette's offensive in any kind of direct way. I think he's just overall offensive, right? He's just an overall dick.
It's very crass.
Yeah, and he's
He
not.
just has a
yeah, the
a very
comment
big
that he
problem
made
with young
about
people.
Murdoch in NWA.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's what DP's talking about on the board.
Not sure.
Trevor Murdoch and NWA. Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't want him there. I mean, let's make that clear. I don't want him. But if I had to have him, talent only.
Yeah, Berto says Cornette isn't racist. He just says racist things, and that's
No.
why I said his character would be.
Cornette's all about Black Lives Matter. Yeah.
He is.
All the people on his group are shitheads.
Well,
on his Facebook group.
no, that's
I
not
think
true.
the big
That's not
problem.
true.
I think the big problem is that people don't know when he's kayfabe and when he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that is people need to understand that some of his podcast is kayfabe. Gotta
Yeah.
understand that's what I'm getting from it. I
Right.
mean,
yeah. I mean, Stephanie, it's very clear she's a humanitarian in real life and a bitch on the TV show.
Right.
You know,
But if his
there's
whole
no blurred there.
if his whole life is just what he does, then being a heel all the time makes sense.
And if he says motherfucker in Beyond Kayfabe, you're probably like, wait, was that his character?
But I agree.
Yeah.
Bang Bus or Bang is saying that Jim with FTR is a perfect fit. I kind of.
It'd be good. It'd be good.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
hate it.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's controversial.
an old school manager with an old school kind of feel tag
There's-
team.
That's why
Aw.
Tully's there.
Nostalgia. Oh, tell
Well,
me.
let's just go back on earlier in the night. I heard you guys didn't discuss it. What do you guys feel about Arn and Tully being out there watching them?
Right. I like that. It looked like they were kind of scouting them.
I just thought the symbolism was great
Why? What do you mean? Oh, because they're.
because they're so similar. Yes.
Well, also, I think that was the thing. MJ, correct? Right? Wasn't it on Jim's podcast where they said, or maybe it was Jericho's, where they said something about Vince told them that that's the problem is that he reminds them of Tully, or no, he said that they aren't Tully and Arn. Isn't that what he said, or someone say that
They just said that he reminded them of them.
that they did or they didn't?
That they did. That he did.
They
that
did.
he reminded him. Yeah.
He
Which
said
is-
they did that they didn't.
No,
why,
they did.
Why would you try to destroy them with that?
Yeah.
Stupid gimmick.
Let me just say,
Oh,
let me say, Evan Wright on the board saying that man, Jim Cornette, wished Orange Cassidy would trip on a rope during a dive and broke his neck. So if Cornette said that he wished Orange Cassidy would trip on the rope and break his neck, that shows me 100% that he is living the heel persona.
Well,
I'm sorry, that is something that only a fictional wrestling heel would just outright say in public.
I don't know. There's times that I've said that, like when Patrick Ewing and Alonzo Mourning were crushing Syracuse when they played for Georgetown. I'm sure people were like, "Oh, I hope they slip and break their legs so that they can't beat us next week." People
Yeah,
say
but not
in
thousands
past,
of people were listening.
Yeah, and
well, yeah, I guess that's true. But I'm saying, like, you get caught up in the fandom and you may be like, yeah, I hope he breaks his legs so he can't defend.
I think Jim Cornette's.
I bet you've said that about Joey Janela, Rob.
exactly. And Cornette is him and Janela
Not on the air. Not on the
fucking
air.
hate
Not
each
on
other.
the air. You
they
haven't,
hate
but
each
you've-
other.
You've
Cornette and Janela
wished-
hate each other? Well, fuck, I've never thought I'd find myself agreeing with Cornette, so there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, you. There you go. But you have beyond kayfabe wished that on Joey at least once.
You
I
should
just
join the
admitted
Cult of Cornette, the Facebook group. Rob.
I should do that.
You should
The
Yeah.
cult of Cornette.
I'm going to get on that.
do it.
What else you got, MJ? Anything?
Yeah, I'm here. I actually had a very weird question.
Oh,
Do you agree with this 2-night Fighter Fest?
I would rather it be free on a Saturday and like advertised personally than do it 2 Dynamites. I mean, take your pick. I hated Takeover being drawn out for 3 weeks
Yeah, that was weird.
on Wednesdays.
I think they're missing their mark here. AEW's been so good about recognizing what the fans want and giving it to us for the most part. And if they really know their fans, they know that we're all fucking. By the end of the week, we're wrestling exhausted, right? I'm going through Monday night and then 2 on Wednesday night, and then there's a Friday night, and there's a probably fucking 4th or 5th show somewhere else, and another show here, another show there. And now I got the pay-per-view, but guess what? Now the pay-per-view is going to be 2 nights a week. So I'm just, for me, AEW, just for me. Nobody else. Fuck everybody else. Just for me. Just one night, because I get so many nights.
it's not a pay-per-view though.
It's a lot of wrestling.
Hey, I got
I
a
just
dream
wish-
faction right here forming on the board. They're saying that Rhodey should join with Jim and JD from New York and form a
Fuck.
Oh my
super
God.
heel faction.
Fuck that guy.
The unholy trinity.
That piece of shit.
I just think they should have done a Wednesday, Thursday thing. I think that would have been more.
Yeah, why don't
Wednesday,
they?
Thursday.
Instead of, well, think about this. I'm getting Fighter Fest on Wednesday, and then I have to wait a whole nother week for another Fighter Fest on Wednesday for free. I mean, it feels like they're only building up one night. That's another problem I'm kind of having.
Well, and also,
All right.
does that mean Cody has to defend it? I don't know if you heard the end of the show before we joined you. Does he have to defend it twice at Fighter Fest because they're 2 different weeks?
What was that?
Does Cody have to defend his belt twice at Fighter Fest because it's 2 different weeks? He's supposed to defend every week.
Every week on Dynamite, dumbass. Not
See,
every
that-
week on a fucking pay-per-view.
I'm
That's my problem, too.
speculating, dumbass.
What, MJ?
That's my problem too. Is that he just said, "I got you at Fighter Fest." Which day?
And who are you fighting in between and next week?
I agree. I'd much rather the Mania 2-night thing was too much.
No, I didn't like it.
I want all my shit in one basket. I want to watch it and be done with it
Well,
and move on.
And it was advertised as a free pay-per-view. It should follow through with that. Put it on a Saturday altogether.
You got any more dirt sheets, MJ? If not, we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Oh, there's no dirt sheets. There's no more other than those 2. Last week I had a good one, but I ran into some problems. So
That's all good.
So
Good
wipe
story.
and
Good
flush
story,
tonight
bro.
if they're
Yeah.
just dirty.
Good story.
You want to give him the bang bang? He doesn't know how the
he
dirt
doesn't- he
sheet
doesn't
bang
know.
bang works.
bang bang?
I don't
Yeah, he
do
doesn't
that.
know the bang bang. Bang bang just means when we move on from one of the topics. But I think did we say we're done?
Finger bang.
Yeah, it's
bang.
we've been going. We've had a good show.
All right, so guys, no
Thank you,
real
MJ.
final thoughts. Thank you,
You're
MJ.
welcome. Thank you.
Tune in to the All Elite Hour when Brian gets it up there. Schedule varies, but MJ and Brian, they do a lot more technical aspect review of Dynamite. Really good show, analytical. It's good sister show since we don't do that, so it's a good companion if you are a Dynamite fan. You can check both of them out on the AEW discussion group page.
I just want to say, if you haven't done so yet, go to our YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell, all that stuff, so you can follow us. But check out our new promotion, our advertisement, our commercial for the MOWP Dojo. We're taking new recruits every day. We got to get rid of this Greg guy, you know. But so go to the YouTube page and check out our promotional video for the MOWP Dojo. All right.
Also, check out, since you bring up the dojo, check out the NJPW mock-ups that we have for the Marked Out Wrestling podcast. It's not up there.
Yeah,
it's not up there.
all right.
But they
never
will
mind.
be soon.
But if you're going to go to a dojo, you want to be in shape. And if you want to get in shape, you got to get supplements. And if you want to get supplements, you got to go to fnxfit.com, phoenixfit.com. You put in the promo code Marked Out, all one word. You're going to get how much? 15% off.
15 whole
Guess what
percent?
else they got? If you don't want to work out, that's cool. If you're a little high strung, you're a little wound up, like you've been doing coke every day, you know, that you want to calm down a little bit, cool it a little bit.
Yeah, bro.
CBD, man.
Sign me
CBD.
up.
You got, yeah, man. You got fucking joints that just won't stop aching like Adam.
You got
CBD.
joints that you want to
My back?
light.
CBD.
Like my back right now? My back is fucking killing
Your
me.
joints are on fire.
Your back is killing you because you're fucking stubborn.
My
And
neck
I
and
told
my
you what
back.
was wrong with you, and I told you what you should do, and you did everything but that.
No, I did almost everything. I did everything except that.
Look, we're gonna close the show out like this. Adam.
Wow, Berto just called you and me the Bucks version of the AEW podcast because Brian is the FTR version of AEW podcast.
I don't even get that.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know
either.
what that means.
I think it's
He's
it's
saying
a
because
compliment.
FTR is more technical, so they're doing
That's what he means.
AH is
No
the
flips.
FTR
Are you
more
assuming
technical.
right
No
now, or did he
flips.
say that?
Yeah,
Just
no,
this.
that's what he's saying.
Oh,
He
okay.
wrote in there in parentheses more technical.
Oh, okay. We're
All
more
right,
technical.
well, thank you. Yes.
And then Bang wants to point out 3 fat guys pitching us a workout prep, laughing my ass off.
let me tell you something, motherfucker. I'm down 15 pounds right now. You can kiss all this ass that's still remaining.
Well, and Jay wants to ask, if you have joints, why do you need CBD?
So, yeah, but CBD has much
Oh,
longer.
come on, that was a good dad joke.
It was a good dad joke.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, it
You
wasn't
blew-
really.
you
Was it
blew
really
right
a dad
past
joke?
it. I don't know. You blew right past it, though.
I did, because I was like, oh, let me educate you on CBD. But
Jay, Rob hates
I don't
you.
want to go there. That's a whole other podcast. I got to start a whole new thing.
I have Icy Hot right here.
Rob on CBD. Icy hot.
Yeah.
Nobody can see you, Brian.
You're down in your bunker.
See me?
Bye, MJ.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
Love
MJ.
you
I'll talk
guys.
to you
Tune
tomorrow.
in
Love you,
next
Rob.
time, same
I
smart
fucking love
time.
you, Rob.
Thank you, man. I fucking love you too, bro.
Tune in next time,
Fuck
same
yeah.
smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by You Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
Oh, you can hear us? How much am I getting paid?
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.